The title of this message is Throw Another Log on the Fire. In John's awesome vision and revelation of the 7 lampstands, there's one among the lampstands wearing a long robe. The 7 lampstands, we are told a little later in the vision, represent the 7 churches of Asia Minor, but the number 7 stands for wholeness or completeness. So the 7 churches really represent all churches. Early Christians would recognize this symbolism of the golden lampstands because it represents the innermost sanctuary of the Jerusalem temple that was destroyed in AD 70, probably just a few years before Revelation was written. And it was into this innermost sanctuary called the Holy of Holies that the high priest entered once a year to offer sacrifice for the sins of the people. And Jesus is the figure in this vision. He is wearing the robe of the high priest. He's symbolically bringing his followers into the innermost sanctuary, into the very presence of God. And of course, the vision is a symbolic way of portraying Jesus' victory over sin and death, won on the cross and in the resurrection. Is a victory demonstrated by the tearing from top to bottom of that thick veil that guarded entrance into the Holy of Holies. Now we are the ones to draw near to God. We are urged to claim the forgiveness and new life that Jesus offers us. We are encouraged to hold fast to Jesus and to place our hope in him, for he is faithful. And we are not to forsake assembling together. It has become more difficult to meet because of COVID. Some of us are gathering even though the numbers are small. Some of us are gathering in the worship service. However, if you're gathering for the video, just continue to do that until you are able to return to worship. And be mindful of Christ's presence just the same. Why is it so important that we gather together? Well, according to John's vision in Revelation, when we meet, Christ is there among us. Anytime we gather as a church group, we ought to be mindful of Christ's presence. And of course, this does include the video service and any church gathering, including a barbecue. When we come together, we honor Christ's presence. And this alone is sufficient for us to make every effort to meet together. But as we take in the video, again, as I said, be aware that Christ is among us. Now, the cross has become a symbol of Christianity, of the Christian faith. And the upright beam stands for our relationship with God. And the cross beam stands for our relationships with one another. Both relationships extremely important. So having received God's forgiveness, we can consider how to forgive and show love to others. And through our good deeds, to encourage others to do good as well. And so it is essential to gather together and to encourage one another. There is strength in numbers, even small numbers. And it's important to find these ways to offer encouragement when we do meet. And the barbecues have been one way to do this. We are a team, Christ's team. And it's vital to find ways to show who we are. We have demonstrated teamwork. We need to answer God's call for the next steps. We talked of finding small projects on which we can work together, to give a helping hand to a family or an individual, someone that just needs a little extra help or a few extra hands. And when we help someone else, we benefit the most. We are not here in this life just for ourselves. What we give away is what we are able to keep. Someone has said that having a church is like building a fire. It's not how big, but how hot. Whenever we gather, we bring a log to the fire. We each bring a log to the fire. If we no longer gather together and go our separate ways, the fire goes out. But the fire grows hotter as we support, encourage, and help each other. So throw another log on the fire and keep on burning for Jesus. Amen.